Okay, says we're live. Oops, let me switch this banner back off. Hello, how are we? Hopefully we are doing well. I had told y'all on Wednesday that I had gone to the dentist and my jaw was feeling weird. It's feeling better. It's still not feeling like 100% because it feels weird. um, having a crown put on for the first time. So again, I have the temporary, and the permanent one will come in. They've ordered it and they have told me it'll take about a month. Anyway, so I am glad that my mouth is not feeling quite so like tight. I can feel like I can open my mouth a pretty normal amount after having the dentist's hands and tools in my mouth for over an hour. But yeah, so I feel a little bit more normal in terms of that. It's not quite as sensitive, so I can chew like a little bit more normally. Um, but it's like it still feels kind of off. But hopefully I won't have to. It's better to have the crown put on than to need a root canal later. So it's all good. All good. I did have a kind of like yay moment yesterday. I had mentioned the dragon washi tape and showed that, I think. Um, and that is, they restocked that early. So apparently normally they restock on Saturdays. That's when their new stock comes in, but also when they update previous items restocks. So I so excited because I've been checking it every day, just being like, I want it. When will it come in? Like I have to wait till Saturday till till it restocks, but I did not have to wait till. So I have some other things in my cart at the moment that I'm like considering for a second order, but I may not because I may not. Anyway, they're having their 4th anniversary sale. Uh, but anyway, so I went to New Inn, and then the 26th was when it was brand new. This tape right here. That's what I wanted. And I was like, it's so pretty. Anyway, it had been completely sold out, but it is now in stock. So here, let me copy link address. Paste. So that should be the dragon and flower situation. So here's the full tape. So it's just like it's images. So these will work very well in sort of like vertical, or if you cut them up into pieces for like collaging aspects of things. Sorry if it's, I'm trying to get it to not go off the magnification there, but it's really pretty. And I was like, I want it so bad. Anyway, and then I was trying to find other things to go with it in terms of like additional decoration stuff. And so I think I'm going to order a set of washi tape from Amazon because I can't find it at other places. And let me see if I can pull that up too. This is just me encouraging, not really encouraging, but spending. Okay, so here we go. Here's the other thing I'm going to order with it, I think. So this one is a little bit more expensive. Oops, where'd it go? Here it is. Because these three really right here, I think would go well with the teal and gold in the other washi tape. So there's that. And then I was also considering this one as sort of like but I don't know if the blue teal is going to be the same. So I'm not sure about that one. But yeah, so that's what I'm like. But just beware once you get on Journal Say, there's a lot of really cute things. And they have like, if you click on a listing, they'll have like, unlike the dragon washi tape, oftentimes they will have like multiple colorways, and then the last option is usually like the full package of all the colorways, so it's like usually 4 or 6 of things, so it can add up. So just be careful with your spending. But yeah, so, and I'm like, ooh, do I want to wait and like do this as the June theme for my bullet journal? But I don't know. They've given me like, I think they gave me like a 2-week window of like when it could be delivered, free delivery, because I spent more than $30. But yeah. Also, if you want a discount code, I don't have a discount code, but Jashi Corinne does. I used, I think, they had an anniversary code for 7% off, but I want to say maybe the associate code for Jashi gives you 8%. And I should have thought of that before I made my order. But also, they do put in new stuff on Saturdays. So if you see stuff you like, you may want to wait until tomorrow, because tomorrow is their restock day. So they may have new stuff that you want. I don't know. I have stuff in my cart, but I'm like waiting for. Anyway, yeah. Also, I forgot on the order that I made yesterday, but they do, because they have their anniversary sale going on. They have like a penny item, but you have to like put it in your cart, and I forgot, and I did not do that yesterday. So I don't know if I'm going to get a freebie with the order that I made yesterday. Anyway, there you go. There's my random like shopping preview. But yeah, so hello. Chaos. Tessa says, hello, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Stacy says, hello, hello. Monique says, so I had a total crash out yesterday because you missed out on your dentist appointment. Oh no. Did you forget you had it, or like life interfered? Now you're having a very autistic moment of getting irritated over a pressure cooker steaming for 10 minutes. Yeah, they make noise, and that noise is very loud. So I understand that. I get it. Whenever my mom has to use the pressure cooker, I'm like on edge by the end of the time that she's done. So Kara says, you're running behind today. You did not sleep well last night. Oh no, you went to bed a bit after 10, woke up a bit more before 3, and then ended up going back around to sleep between 6 and 10. Yeah. Interrupted night sleep is just, it sucks. It sucks. There's no way to get around that. Monique says, you definitely feel like working on the villains today, specifically the villains for Drama, the Undead. Nice. Nice, nice. This is where Monique was like, I want to see the washi tape. So I showed you. Rachel says, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let's see. Kara says, you're super irritated because LabCorp didn't draw all your labs yesterday, so you have to go back next Friday. Ooh. Communication between the various medical providers is rubbish. Yeah. Yeah. Here's the link for the washi tape, specifically the dragon one. Monique says, ooh, that's pretty. I'm going to bookmark this site. Yes. Stacey says, the wyvern with the curly tail is so cute. It is, yes. And also it's like that pop of color is really cute, is really nice. If it's the one I'm thinking of. Rita is streaming, but I think she's getting ready to wrap up. Stream Hoppers United. Yes. Also, I think Angela was wrapping up, but I think she mentioned that Jody was going to do a pop-up. And Jody, if you didn't watch the interview that she had with Mel's Power Press Play, was really fun. So make sure you watch that as well. You'll have to wait to treat yourself, but thanks for sharing the insight. You're welcome. C. Wright says, I must be psychic. Came on YouTube just in time. Excellent. Good, good. Monique says, regarding your dentist appointment, you thought it was half hour later than it was. Oh, no. But you were able to reschedule for next week. Okay, good. Good. And hopefully they don't charge you for missing the appointment. Because I know some doctors' offices are re-implementing that now. That if you don't like cancel or reschedule, they're charging you a fee. So hopefully that is not the case at the dentist. Becca is here and says, hi, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Kara says, for today's Therapet card, a special fluffy cat friend is here to say you are enough today, tomorrow, and always. That is a very gentle message, and I love that. I love that. Okay, we need to get a new card for us. Will we also pull the cat? No, we will pull the coyote. Trust in divine detours. Well, that's kind of appropriate for what I'm going to be doing today. Which I will tell you all about in a second. Okay, so again, we have the coyote. Trust in divine detours, but also coyote and trickster kind of go hand in hand. So if you have a trickster character, maybe it's time to work on them today. Okay, 16 is the number. Coffee Crate Connect says, oh my God, it's crazy. I was literally just 10 minutes ago thinking about coyotes. There you go. Coyote is for you today. So trust in divine detours. Oops. There we go. Okay. So do you find that you are being led on a strange detour in your life right now? Does it seem that what appears to be the next right action and right choice, best situation, or fabulous relationship unexpectedly turns into the opposite, or just disappears into thin air as if you've been tricked? The coyote's trickster energy is designed to bring you into situations that teach you lessons that you have forgotten to learn. Perhaps you need a taste of failure before you experience success, a need to feel disappointment before you can truly appreciate joy, love, and prosperity, which is coming for you. Perhaps you are revisiting a pattern that you forgot was not in alignment with the life that you were intending to create. Being reminded that gratitude, not complacency, will keep you awake and aware of all that is available to you in this moment. The coyote reminds you to laugh at the unexpected twists, to develop humility and gratitude while releasing your attachments to the forms of your desires. Even when you suddenly find yourself on a detour, wondering when you will get back on track to manifesting what you desire, remember that the Spirit has a plan and wants the best for you. Trust in the divine order now. Coyote Spirit is a divine helper. No matter what seems to go astray, things are exactly as they are supposed to be. So there you go. There is the coyote for today. Again, here's a nice look at the coyote. Also, we need to do the doggos for the day. Let's see. This is where Coffee Crate Connect said, hello. Hello. Welcome. How's your day going? It's going well so far. And I hope that that trend continues. Monique says, I needed that kitty. Thank you, Takara. Yesterday, a second cat showed up at your door for community feeding. Well, there you go. Excellent, excellent timing for the cards. You're catching up with the video in chat. Excellent. Yes. Monique says you pulled the sun from your Buffy tarot deck. Ooh, interesting. Okay, that's your mask, your presentation to the world. A lot of times. It's not always, but sometimes it is. And today's the 16th. Yes, it is. I didn't even put that together, but yes, it is. You've been thinking about the sun card because you told someone that if your Baldur's Gate 3 Tav Miranda had a card, she would be the sun. The coyote seems to apply to your cousin. You won't go into detail, but she has a few job offers, including one that might take her to Texas, which is not necessarily what she thought she was going to be doing, I'm assuming, based on context clues. Lexi says, hello. Hello. Welcome. If she takes the Texas job, it will require a lot of moving, but she'll at least live closer to you and your family, so you'd get to see your godson, which would be nice. Your plan is to finish the rough draft of your book today, so no detours. No detours. Coyote can wait till later. Minik says, that being said, I hope she gets the job that she really wants and will provide the most benefits for her. Yeah, very true. Seawright says, I'm writing about a character that is trying to trick people into holding him captive by pretending to join them, but the gig is up. Nice. Trickster. Love the connection there. Where, oh, my phone is over there on the bed. I had another one of my story dreams last night, which apparently, I guess because I'm still not quite satisfied with the novella and how it's going, my brain is like, okay, let's entertain you with a different story. Anyway, so I had a story dream last night where it was like opened in a dark house, but it was a very large house. But it was also, I think, used for business, which comes into play later. But anyway, there's a relatively young person and then like maybe an adult. And they're sort of like hiding and sneaking around. They don't know each other. Anyway, they discover each other, and turns out it's some sort of post-apocalyptic or apocalyptic situation. I'm not real sure. Anyway, the adult, instead of like trying to steal stuff from the kid, goes like, here, this is what I have for a bag. And it's like a giant, like cheap bag, not like a real great bag, but it's something. He's like, make sure you get some supplies for yourself. Anyway, then another adult comes in and sees them and thinks that the other adult is trying to steal from the kid, but the kid's like, no. I'm saying kid, but it's a teen. I don't know. Teen or young adult. It was kind of morphing in my dream. Then the second adult was like, oh, well, once they figure out that they're not trying to steal from the younger person, was like, oh, well, there's better bags over here. So they go out into sort of like the shop portion of the house, and there's like giant canvas totes, and they're like, all right, cool. And then they start raiding the pantries and everything. And I mean, like, this place is stocked, like boxes upon boxes upon boxes of cereal and granola and what have you. And so they start making bags for themselves, and then like a few others come in. So apparently this house is becoming sort of like a little mini fortress of some sort, or sanctuary. And then some time passes. You've got older kids, younger kids, teenagers, adults in this house getting stocked to have their little their big canvas bags of supplies. And they're like, well, we're running out of like supplies to like split up now, so maybe we ought to move. Where to? Don't know. What from? Don't know. And then there's a car coming down the road, and there's a young teenager girl also like approaching the house, gonna knock on the door. And they're like, this looks suspicious. Let's not open the door and let's pretend we're not here. So nobody answers the door. The girl winds up going around the back. And so the person who I was originally seeing things through was like watching this young girl in the back. I was like, watch, she's going to try and burn the house down. And I was like, where is this coming from? Anyway, instead of burning the house down, she manifests some sort of like golf club and is going to try and break the window. And I'm like, oh, so is this a story with abilities? I'm not understanding what's going on. Anyway, so then the main character is like somehow counteracting the girl's manifestation of the golf club, making the girl angry, turning the golf club into flour or something. And then I see a shadow from like a plane, like a small plane, and the character that I was seeing things through realizes that the girl was a minority, and that whoever it was hunting for minorities. And I was like, whoa, okay, this is a weird twist. Where is this going? Why why are they hunting for minorities? Is there something different about how they're manifesting this power? I don't know. Then I woke up. So I don't know where, but I feel like I should probably spend some time with this story dream, like jotting it down and fleshing it out a little bit more, maybe asking my brain some questions about where this was headed. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to work on that instead of the novella that my brain is bored with. So there you go. That's what I'm going to be working on. Kara says, enchanted map card, cleaning house. It's time to clear the clutter away to make better things. Doesn't mean just physical clutter, also means old patterns and beliefs. Nice. Yeah, so like really random stuff. And now I've got to figure out, like, is this a handmaiden type apocalyptic? Why are they hunting for minorities? Or like is it like X-Men, mutant, like not everybody has abilities? I don't know. Yeah, sounds like something you would read or watch as a movie. Yeah, well, and that's the my story dreams, when I call them that, have always appeared as like a movie in my brain. So yeah, just needs some weaving, just needs a little bit of attention. Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna see what I can come up with today. But yeah, so but the reason I was looking for my phone was because when I woke up this morning, I was like, I cannot lose this story. So I did like the speech to text on the notes on my phone. So that's why I was like, where did my phone go? Anyway. Ooh, so you have a new deck. First card ever drawn from the Comfort Cards deck says, make time to grieve. Overt grieving is something that you avoid. So this is on the nose. Yeah, you do have to take time to acknowledge the passing of someone and the impact that it has on you and your emotions about the whole situation. So yeah, it takes time. It takes time. All right, let's go ahead and start with, should we start with bear hugs or hedgehog? Start with hedgehog. Present, share screen, share screen. Monique says, that feels relevant. I had to grieve Pope Francis recently. Yeah. And it's not necessarily even, it doesn't necessarily have to be a person that you're grieving either. You could be grieving some, like a relationship that was, or a potential choice. There's multiple things that you can be grieving, and it's okay to grieve. You're listening to Otter's Cozy Cafe. We need more otters. I will see if I can find some otters for a timer. So we have more capybaras. I don't have any more room on that sheet. Otter timer. All right. Also, apparently, one of the, I want to say one of the aquariums, but I don't think that's quite right. There's some sort of oceanic study type group that has put a live streaming camera down about 10 feet under the ocean water. And so you're just watching the fish and the coral. And I can't remember who's got that. Kara says, I think in this case it's about your mother because her passing is so recent. Yeah. Your tendency is to keep busy and just not acknowledge. Yeah. There's a lot of people cope that way by just staying busy. So you like otters? Excellent. We will see what we can find then. All right. But in the meantime, I'll keep harmonies. We'll do the dog's second sprint. You'll help me remember to do the dog's for second sprint. Also, don't forget to answer the poll today. Which would your main character rather make? Stained glass or mosaic? And then for funsies, I just added a log cabin or house as a third option. So there you go. Those are your options for today. Let's do this. 1, save your document if you've already been working, or go ahead and pull up whatever you think you're going to work on. So that's 1, save. 2 is make sure you have something to hydrate with. Go ahead and take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, how'd we do? I did really good. So I got, what did I get? Ooh, nice. 1,102, which is nice. Very good, very good. And this was writing down what I recall from that story dream and sort of like trying to piecemeal extra details from it. Let's see. You just caught a major issue in your novel. You have the woman being born in 1956, which apparently would make her 69 today. The problem is you need her to be 80. So glad you caught that. Yeah. I suggested, I was like, is there a reason why she would want to pretend to be older? Or are you going to change her birth date? Coffee Crate Connect and Monique sending condolences to Kara for your mother's passing. Your mother and you had a complicated relationship. You always loved her, but sometimes I didn't like her very much. Yeah. When she started developing dementia, she became kinder and less judgmental. That is nice that her end years maybe eased some of that friction, but it doesn't erase what had gone before, which is also a part of like coming to terms with that is part of the grieving process. But yeah. So right now you're trying to figure out the right era that your bohemian vampires came from. Nice. Do you have a particular era or eras that you're thinking of? You decided the director, David Cogburn, would be a vampire who came around the turn of the century when film was becoming a thing. Nice. Another vampire, soul female, will come from La Belle Epoque. She was a ballet dancer. Nice. Tessa finished her writing prompt. Yay! Although you feel like sleeping rather than writing. But hey, congrats on getting finished with the writing prompt. Yay! Let's see. These vampires are bohemian, but they're, quote, upper bohemian, meaning they're rich, essentially they come from some type of privilege, but they want to be artists. Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, they're pretentious. Gotcha. Becca got about halfway through a chapter. Very nice. Very nice. Where have I done? Sorry, I'm looking down and I'm looking for my chapstick. I think it's in my pants pocket from yesterday, which means it's in the laundry hamper. Good thing I have more. Always have backup chapsticks. Just not right here. So, okay. Don't forget, if you have not already done so, to vote for the poll today. And we are gonna, second sprint, I was supposed to show you the doggos. That's what I was supposed to do. I was like, there was something I was supposed to remember to do. The doggos. So for Thursday, we have Moses and Doc. They have been best friends since they were puppies. They know the farm like the back of their paws. 13 out of 10 for both of them. So we have Moses and Doc, and one of them is a traditional dog, and one of them is more of a farm dog. Question mark. Sorry, let me get a sheet where I can have it maybe focus a little bit better. Maybe. We have a calf and a pupper. It's just not wanting to focus. I'm sorry. And then the second one for today is Harry. He is always ready for a hug, can assume the position at any moment. So here is Harry and his hug assuming position. Also very cute. So we have, let me see if it'll do it this time now. We have Harry and we have Moses and Doc, and they are just not Apparently Moses and Doc don't want to be focused today. So, but they are both very adorable. So those are the doggos for the day. I totally forgot. Hey, I'm glad I remembered. So it helps. It helps. That way, if I don't remember, maybe you'll remember. Type of thing. You got some roasted chicken cut up for a Greek style salad. You love when animals become friends like that. They're adorable. Yes. Puppers. Harry, you need to hug him immediately. Moses and Doc, they are not ready for their close-ups. They were not. They were not. Oh, I just got to look at this weekend's, and it's also cute. Also very cute. Okay, so second sprint, as always, is the self-promo sprint. So if you have something that you want to promote, now is your chance to do so. So if you have a YouTube channel, Twitch channel, Etsy store, Amazon author page, website, blog, social media handles, or something that is writing adjacent that you want to promote or let us know about, please do so. I guess my self-promo is make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure that you go watch just Jody Jean Daniels and the interview with Mel from PowerPress Play. Gosh dang it. Now I'm getting the words mixed up because they're all alliterative. Power Play Press. There we go. I don't know why. Don't know why. I always get those mixed up. Anyway, so make sure that you are subscribed. I think I remember that Sarah Cannon is not doing a heart breathing stream today. So some of the other Hardies are doing pop-up sprints. But anyway, so there are sprints to be found. Okay, let's do this. 1, save your document. That's number 1. Number 2 is make sure that you hydrate with. I'm trying to make sure I get this up on the screen. So, cheers. 3, straighten your spine. Roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is if you need a break for bio snacks to rescue your chapstick out of your pants in the laundry, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How'd we do? I went and rescued my chapstick from the laundry. And I got another large chunk done, or brainstormed, noted, however we want to call this, downloading the story dream into words. So, okay, what I had 11:02 last time. Okay, so I got 1369, which is nice. What did I say? Okay. Sometimes I can't remember the numbers that I just looked at and just said, but you know what? It's there. Okay, how'd we do? How did we do? Let's see. Here's the link for the interview that was from this morning. Jody with Mel from Power Play Press. Rachel says, you're getting back on schedule with your promo shorts, and we'll soon be adding more writerly stuff, and we'll be able to sprint Tuesdays and Thursdays, 4 p.m. Eastern. Here is Rachel's YouTube channel. Monique posted a poem on Instagram, and you're doing a thread on Blue Sky for Fantasy Indies. Nice. Here is the link for Monique on Blue Sky. For you, Coffee Crate Connect says, well, even for me, there are way too many distractions in the house, so time to pack everything up and head to the camper. Things may slow me down, but they will not stop me. That is a very nice, determined thought to have, or attitude to have, yeah. Lexi got 1,865. Nice. Rachel got into the next revisions, 502 words, but you're adding so much more flair than you had. This is going to be so creepy. Your doctor is being hunted. Total jump scare horror vibes. Ooh, nice. Funky says, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you as well, TGIF. Do you have any more meetings this afternoon, or are you free? Question mark. Becca says, finished a chapter and started a new one. Yay! I think, is this supposed to be an oh no, this is supposed to be, okay. So sorry, StreamYard doesn't like this emoji, but it's the face with like the peeking through the eyes, but hiding. So yeah. Stacy feels a headache coming on. Oh no. Oh no. Hopefully you will be able to knock that headache out with some quiet rooms, some medication, some hydration, whatever works. Funky says to Stacy, I rebuke that headache. Rachel's excited to see Funky. C. Wright says, I polished up 250 words for feedback on a forum. Nice. Takes a lot to polish anything. Yes, it does. It always takes forever, which feels like such a frustration. But Funky is free to write. Excellent. Stacey says, I don't want this one, the headache. You never wanted one. Exactly. Agreed. Stacey says, I am drinking water and I'll probably get some Tylenol in a few minutes. Gotcha. I will probably have to take my next round of ibuprofen for my teeth in a about 20 minutes. So I understand. All right, let's go ahead and do a third sprint, shall we? A third sprinty sprint. Don't forget to vote in the poll. Let's see. We are running it. Okay, 2:40. Let's see. Where's my starfish? There it is. Okay. I can't see what I'm doing, and I'm just probably look like I'm doing nothing. But here we are. Okay, so 1, save your document. 2, take a sip. Cheers. Technically, you write for work, but now you have me time. Excellent. And do you have coffee? That's the next question. 1 is save. 2 is sip. I can't remember if I already did this or not. 3 is straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 25 minutes with our beach timer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I guess that was a pretty good place to stop. I got 1,298. So almost 1,300. But not bad. Not bad. How did we do? I'm going to save my document. How did we do? So I'm going to pull up the picture for today, which I don't think I ever showed. I mean, it was the thumbnail, but you know. Okay. Let's see. Funky does indeed have coffee. Yes, pirate flag, insinuating that you're using the faded pirate mug. Stacy likes mosaics because the patterns, especially the large piece patterns, help ground you. So you think at least one of your main characters would be the same because they always share at least one thing with you. Here is the main two options today. I added an additional option for today just because. I think maybe it would have been closer if I'd have just left it at 2, but you never know. So, but here are the two main options. JK popped in and said hello, wants to know what everybody's working on today. Stacy's Karma got home. Excellent. Becca finished another chapter and started a new one. You're getting there. Yes, progress. Progress. Becca says hi to JK. Lexi got 1,550 done. Lovely. Funky says you've got some editing done. Fantastic. Rachel got a bit distracted that time, but you did get through 2 paragraphs. Nice. Nice. You love both of the images. So colorful. Yes. Yeah, I initially had a different one for the mosaic, but then I kept scrolling and I found that one. And I was like, yeah, those will work very nicely together. So, all right, let's go ahead and end the poll. Is it going to show up? I'm going to swap over to live chat. There we go. Okay, so Mosaics got 46% of the vote. Stained glass got 30%. And then building a log cabin or house got 23%. So Mosaic is our top winner for today. Mondays is going to be what type of farm would your main character be most likely to have? A sustenance farm, hobby farm, a commercial farm, or like a rare herbs type farm. So that's Mondays. Again, as a reminder, I will not be here next Wednesday because I'm getting another tooth looked at. So yay. My yay is very small for that because I really don't want to, but I know I need to. Anyway, don't forget, if you liked the journal say dragon washi that I showed y'all before, it is back in stock for the moment. And where is it? Here we go. Again, not affiliated in any way, shape, or form, but the dragon washi tape that you see here, this first listing, is back in stock. And they have new stuff that should be dropping tomorrow. So when you see the new in, there should be a new link at the top that will be for tomorrow. And so, yeah. Good stuffs. All right. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Hope you have to do something fun. Hope you have great weather. And yeah, don't forget to save. Stacy says, oh, I forgot to say what I did. You looked up symptoms of what you were just diagnosed with, anemia. And guess what? All of the things that you've been struggling with can be caused by anemia. So hopefully once you get the anemia under control, maybe that will help mitigate some of your other symptoms. Becca says, thank you. You're welcome. Kara made a muffin cake, with sausage patties, potato cakes, and baked eggs for lunch. Sounds delicious. Thanks for hosting. See you Monday. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Don't forget to save.